It's everything. We learn every type of way you can learn, from getting swept to, being an unexperienced young team playing against, the most veteran team you could go against in Brooklyn that year, to going to the Eastern Conference Finals against 6 games. The experience that you gain from that is damn near everything you can get out of playoffs, other than the series. Other than the finals. So, going into Saturday's game, we got to keep that mindset of understanding. We know how hard it is to win, especially that first game. Go out there, be locked in.
What has been the problem with those first games, do you think?
I'm not even sure. It's something that, now we have another opportunity to try to get that, off our backs, whatever that may be, and start off the right way and not put ourselves in the hole like we always done these last few years.
I think the presence of Serge and PJ, who are older players, will sort of help you get through that first game thing? They won't be fazed by it?
Yeah, I think so. It's still PJ first playoffs, but, what he brings to the team, that toughness, that intensity, it's contagious. Serge's been in playoff countless years. He's been to the finals. So definitely just having that knowledge out there on the court definitely going to help us.
What do you think of the matchup tomorrow, Milwaukee? Just overall, your thoughts on it?
It's going to be great, man. Honestly, no matter who we played against, it was going to be one of them challenges. It's not about seedings. It's not about none of that. This is what you play for. This is what you get up for, no matter who you playing against. As long as you have the opportunity to still be playing at this point, that's what it's all about.
Giannis is the type of player, obviously, who can do a lot of stuff. What do you look on? You can't stop him completely, but what do you try to limit?
That was your same question?
It was the same question.
Y'all still in notes. Man, he's one of the most dynamic players in the league. It's something that we're going to have to do collectively. We got some of the greatest perimeter defenders on our team, but at the same time, we need to do it collectively with him. He does a great job rebounding the ball, pushing the ball, getting his teammates involved. Everything he do, we got to be ready for. And that's going to be the biggest challenge. But I think we're looking forward to it.
DeMar, when you look at Serge and everything, he brings a lot, obviously. Toughness, experience, and all that. But what of all those things that he brings, what is it that you guys can use the most? Like, what are you lacking, or what do you need the most?
The things he's capable of doing defensively, without a doubt. The things he's shown in his career that he do defensively. We definitely need that side of him to come out for us to be successful, and that's what we were successful a lot last year when it came to the things I know Serge could do. With rim protecting, being able to guard people, getting stops when we need to, and everything else a plus that he's able to do.
In the past, the experience might have been more of a factor. But now, does it even feel like you kind of lack? Like, do you guys need the experience anymore now that you've been through an Eastern Conference final and yourself?
I think at this point, you've been through everything. We've been through the Game 7s, the sweeps, the conference finals, everything. Now it's about putting everything that you learned, everything you struggled, everything you fell down, trying to learn together, this time around.
You mentioned PJ's first playoff game. Normally there's a learning curve with guys playing in the playoffs for the first time, but given his experience and the style of play that he brings, is there any doubt that it will be a seamless transition for him?
It'd be easy, especially for him. He fits, what Saturday night is going to be like, the whole atmosphere, the intensity, the aggression, the passion, that's PJ. So he's definitely going to fit in with that perfectly. So, it don't even seem like it's his first playoff game, but I'm happy for him that it is, and, we go out there and do what we need to do.
On top of the experience that you, Kyle, and many of the court have over the last 3 years, when you look at that starting five in Game 6 against Cleveland and what you have now, not only your starting five, but the depth and the health of this lineup, how much more confident do you feel going into this run?
A lot more confident. I think that's the beauty of, having learning curves, understanding what you need to be better so you get to a further point than you were before, and that was always our mindset all year, understanding how we could be better, especially once this moment came about, I think we definitely feel a lot more confident.
DeMar, to follow up on that point, not just the confidence, but you guys internally even have more expectations. Like last year was, let's at least get out of the first round. You did that. Now you got to a conference round. Now, another 15 season, you guys go and say, no, it's not about round 1 or 2. It's getting back to at least where we were. It's not
I think everything you just said, this time around is really not in our mind. It's more so us understanding now, let's go out there and play, game by game. Before we used to look at it like that, we got to get out the first round, we got to do this, we got to do this. Now this time around, we know we've been there, we understand what it takes to get there. Now let's take it one game at a time, and with that, we understand what we got to do to get to, that point, and how hard it is. So, I think that's our mentality this time around.
The experience with Kyle out for 21 games, all the defensive attention that you face, is that something theoretically that could help in the playoffs where you know that teams are going to be locking in on you even more?
Yeah, I'm prepared for it. For me, it's a great challenge, and I kind of feed off that type of sort of attention, understanding. It's on me to make my teammates better. It's on me to make the right play, and I'm more acceptive of it this time around. Understanding how teams are going to play me, the attention that I'm going to draw defensively. So it's on me to be able to make things easier for my teammates. So it definitely helped a lot with Cal out, but now you got to worry about both of us this time around.
What are your impressions of a guy like the rookie, the point guard from Milwaukee? What do you like about him?
He's tough. He's extremely tough. I watched him all year. Tough guy. No matter who he's playing against. He runs the team extremely well. He go out there, play a style of basketball, and it fits in perfect with the group of guys that they have, and it showed. He was on the rookie sophomore team. Everything that he deserved it. Because the type of player he is, and it's his first playoff series. So.
Well, you guys have a fair amount of history with Jason Kidd and Eric Hughes. How does that fit into the storyline in the series?
Go back to Brooklyn, with J. Kidd and Eric Hughes, and it goes back further than that. With me, with Eric Hughes, I worked with Eric Hughes day one. When I became a Toronto Raptor. So he may feel like he got some schemes or whatever it is up his sleeves for me, but it dates way back. Then J. Kidd and Case being together in Dallas. Just everything. So it's one of them cool stories. At the end of the day, you can look back a long time from now and have these discussions with those guys. So
You gonna miss those 12:30 starts?
yes.
Because you're a guy who likes a challenge, that the whole week I'm hoping for, CJ Kidd and Eric and going up against them one more time.
I wouldn't say hoping for, but now that it presents itself, now it's one of them things you can look at, and have in the back of your mind, and have that written down on the sheet whenever it's all said and done.
Well, you talked about Giannis being one of the most dynamic players in the game. He sort of took a step forward this year. What did you see from him that had kind of evolved or grown in his game?
His knowledge of the game, and his body with it as well. Everything heightened, and you see it from his physical appearance to his confidence to him just reading the floor when he out there on the court. Doing every single thing on both ends. I think he just all put it together, and I think he realized how gifted of an individual he was on that basketball court, and I'm pretty sure the coaching staff and everybody instilled that in him, and he took off running with it.
On paper, it seems like you should just try to make him shoot jumpers over you, but it can't be that simple. Like, what does he do to sort of make that plan not sustainable?
I mean, it's like I said, that's why he's one of the most dynamic players in the league, because usually with certain guys that just scores, you kind of take them out of, they scoring position, but with a guy like him, he scored in every way possible. He put a onus on the game every type of way, whether it's defensively or, getting the guys involved offensively, applying the pressure by being aggressive offensively. So, it's going to be a big challenge, but it's one of them challenges that's going to be fun.
Some of the playoff series you guys have played the last 3 years, teams have been able to game plan around you, and between that and the refs not being as generous with the whistle, some of your efficiency has dropped. Do you think you got an answer for that?
I don't. Every year I try to come with an answer for something from the year previously, and that's what it. I think that's when experience coming about. When you take heed of something before, and that's why you work extremely hard, and why you pay attention, why you study the game and find ways to be better, so you don't be in the same position. So, without a doubt, going into it, I don't dwell on the past. I just understand how I got better. And, I just try to apply that when I go out there.
Dwayne was saying that you're at a point in your career where you've seen most of all the traps, most of all the double teams, most of the defensive schemes that were being thrown at you, and that you learned how to adapt to them. Do you agree with that, or where do you think your game is?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Unless we go out there and you send 5 guys to guard me and leave 4 other people on the team open. Other than that, I feel like I've seen every single thing. I watch basketball and I put myself in every position possible, even when I sit there at home and watch games. So when I get out there, I don't get caught off guard. I just try to study the game as much as possible, so I'm not unfamiliar with it when it happens on the court.
You've over the course of this year, a lot of times it looks like you're playing slower, but is that more you're just making decisions earlier when players come to you and the defenses change?
Maybe Father Time. I don't know. No, I just yeah, in a sense, I really analyze the game from every perspective before I go out there and play, especially against teams where, I have a night to think about our previous time I played against them, or I understand the defender that's going to guard me, or the schemes that a team may play me with. And, I go in the game thinking that way. So a lot of times, it may seem like I'm playing slow. It's maybe because I just understand how I'm going to be played that night and where open shots for guys are going to come, or where my open shots are going to come from, or if I could attack this guy. So many different angles and ways, I kind of instill in my mind before a game.
Martin, you haven't had much chance to reflect on it, but your regular season was arguably the best in Raptors history. Certainly you're right up there with Vince's best years. How do you explain how you did this year, and what would it mean to build on that?
I did okay. For me, I did okay. Now for me, the real thing starts. This is why I worked all summer for. This was the only thing during the Olympics on my mind was getting back to April, May, playing in the moments again, pushing myself to put myself in that mindset again. So for me, my measuring stick don't happen till Saturday.
DeMar, how important is it to not annoy and just take care of home court advantage and use that curl because the whole city's hyped right now? Just they're a younger team, just take care of business.
It's everything. We got to understand we played to get in the place where we at now, 3rd place, to have home court advantage, and we got to use it. We got to understand, it's an opportunity for us to thrive on in front of our home crowd, and really lock in. We can't take this team lightly at all, and understand it's bigger than just us. It's going to be a series, one game at a time, but Saturday we got to, take that game and go from there with it.
What was the mood like today when you guys gathered? Did you sense playoff sort of atmosphere?
Yeah, we kind of felt it, last night, just being on the plane, coming back. Everybody just excited, couldn't wait to get in today to come in. A couple of guys came early. I know I came early just to, get some work in, just to, you know, get completely locked in and embrace this feeling, you know, because everybody don't get this opportunity to prepare for the playoffs, you know, consecutive years. For us to do it again, you know, it's definitely an honor.